And joining me in studio now is Kerry Tymchuk, the head of the Oregon Historical Society, longtime involved in politics, the former chief of staff to Oregon Senator Gordon Smith. He worked for U.S. Senator Bob Dole and on his campaign for president. Kerry, thanks for joining us, for coming in today. What was your initial reaction? You told me just a minute ago that you were surprised.
Wow. I mean, if you're a history buff and a political buff, election buff like I am, what a day, what a historic day. Almost half a century ago, it was 46 years ago when Lyndon Johnson pulled this move, but that was in March. And here we are, July, almost August.
You sound though that you were surprised. There were a lot of people that thought this would happen, they just didn't know when.
This was, if it didn't happen today, tomorrow, the next day, it wasn't going to happen.
Why?
With the convention just so close, just 3 weeks away, the Democrat convention, the mechanics of getting everything done to do a new nominee, it had to be, it was now or never, or it wasn't going to happen.
The president endorsed Kamala Harris, his vice president, for the nomination, but this is not a done deal, correct?
You know, it's pretty close to a done deal. I think the cake is baked. You saw her move very quickly today, very aggressively to say she's running. She's been making phone calls. People are getting on board. It would be very, very tough for a Democrat candidate to say, I'm going to go against her. I think in the next week we'll see a real coalition behind Vice President Harris.
What's your sense as to why the president suddenly came to this decision? I mean, you have been in the heat of politics for many, many years, around politicians, knowing their inner thoughts. Why do you think it happened now?
Realism by him. I think he looked at the poll numbers, understood the vast majority of the American public had concluded that his age was an issue and that they didn't think he should run. And I think most important for him was keeping the White House, was keeping winning the House of Representatives back. And I think he finally realized that there was a better likelihood of that to happen if that was the vice president instead of him on top of the ticket.
Does this have an effect here in Oregon, do you think, in terms of what's ahead?
You know, Oregon is a fairly blue state. It has been a long time since a Republican presidential candidate won Oregon. We're not usually on the list of when they come here for events or fundraisers, the Democrat candidates. I think Oregon will probably remain reliably blue in this upcoming election.
Do you think that possibly we will see a visit from Kamala Harris if she is indeed, the nominee?
A fundraising visit, perhaps by her or by the vice presidential candidate, who often gets the straw of coming here to Oregon during a campaign.
They come in with a big bag to collect the cash and run off sometimes before even
Seattle,
talking with
collect
us.
money there, all on like a West Coast swing.
Yeah. What's your prediction between now and the convention? Do you think that you're going to see a lot of people rally around her?
I do. I think the Democrats will really coalesce pretty quickly. If someone is going to run against her, 24 to 48 hours. If nothing happens in those couple of days and she's out aggressively running, it's done. And then she's going to start looking very quickly for a vice presidential candidate. They need to vet those candidates and select one.
Okay. Kerry Tymchuk, thank you very much for coming in, talking with us. We appreciate it, and we'll be checking back with you.
And if I were a betting man, I'd look at the Pennsylvania Governor Shapiro as the most likely running mate.
Okay, we will put you down in that in that category and see what happens.
All right.
Your bet's down there. All right, thanks, Kerry. We appreciate it.